What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So Google just had their Google I/O 2019 today. Congratulations, Google. I guess I don't know what to say. But they actually released two different new phones. Kind of new, not really, but it's the Pixel 3a and the Pixel 3a XL. We're going to look at the Google Pixel 3a and we're going to compare it to the Google Pixel 3. Now this is a quick comparison. This is not an in-depth one. I don't even have the unit. Not many people do, but surprisingly interesting fact, the marketing team for Google was actually going to send me out a Google Pixel 3a, but I never responded back to them. Maybe that's my fault, but I haven't done sponsorships in a while and I didn't feel like doing one now, but I had the Pixel 3 recently. So let's just go ahead and see what the differences are between these. Now, surprisingly, there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons with both of these, but the biggest factor, and I guess the reason why people would even consider the Pixel 3a would be the price itself. It's starting off at $399, which is pretty cheap, but here's the thing, and I'm going to say this right out bat, the Google Pixel 3 right now on Amazon and used prices, like the certified refurbished ones, not brand new, but in really good condition, those are selling for like $480, so like less than $100 more in the used market than the Google Pixel 3a. So what I would say, if it was between the Google Pixel 3 or 3a, I would 100% choose the Pixel 3. I would even be willing to pay the extra whatever $100 or whatever to pick up a Google Pixel 3 because it is that much better of a phone. You are missing some key features from a Pixel 3a, but it's really not that big of a deal. If you're going from brand new prices, obviously the Pixel 3a is probably a better deal. But that price thing, in terms of used prices, that's a pretty big discrepancy right there. Now, the design is pretty much familiar on both of them. The Google Pixel 3a has a 5.6-inch OLED display, but the Google Pixel 3 has a 5.5-inch POLED display. A little bit of difference right there, not too much though. The resolution is almost the same. Technically speaking though, the Google Pixel 3a has a higher resolution display. It's 1080 by 2220 versus the Google Pixel 3's 1080 by 2160, so a little bit of difference right there. The Pixel 3a does come in a new color, which is called purplish. I honestly love how they say that, like the funniness of their names. It kind of separates from the boringness that is usually surrounded by technology, so I'm glad they're kind of pushing some cool things right there. Now, honestly, I don't know why they did this. I mean, there's obviously a reason behind it, but they put the headphone jack back into the Google Pixel line. So they had it with the first Pixel, then they removed it with the Pixel 2, then they kept it removed from the Pixel 3, then they added it back in with the Pixel 3a. I honestly don't know what they're doing here, but hey, I'll take it. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. It's definitely a pro than a con, but I just find it kind of weird that they would do that. In my opinion, looking at the future of it, it's going to run pretty much the same exact software versions as the Pixel 3. It also has that squeezability feature thing that I think the Pixel 3 had as well. So that's kind of interesting. So you can get into the Google Assistant and tap into it by just squeezing on the sides, which is pretty cool for those of you who want to use that. In terms of the hardware, there are a couple cons with it. It doesn't have that front-facing stereo speakers that the Google Pixel 3 and 3 XL have. That's kind of a con right there. And it also doesn't have that dual front-facing camera, so no wide-angle selfies if you guys are into that. But apparently from what Google said, their software kind of does make up for it. So that is definitely a pro right there, but you kind of do have to take that as a per use basis. Or are you somebody who needs the best camera out there? Or can you make do with something temporarily that's not the best? Or this is something you kind of have to keep in mind. Now, these next three things are things that I honestly think were a step backwards. I don't know why they would do this. And these were all from the specs that we have now. So again, maybe things will change when they finally ship it out, but these are the things as we have them, as we do right now. There's no water protection, no water resistance, no IP certification, which is such a dumb thing to do. I mean, they should definitely add that in. I don't feel like it would have been that hard to seal up the phone. I mean, that's kind of a huge con right there. Another one is no wireless charging. Why would they not put wireless charging on a phone? I mean, this is like literally 2019. It doesn't matter if this phone was, supposed to be a cheaper version. There's phones out there that are cheaper than this that have wireless charging. There's phones literally for like $50 at Best Buy that support wireless charging. It makes absolutely no sense for them to do that. So that's a huge con right there. The next one, I mean, this phone only comes in one storage variant, which is 64 gigs. There's no microSD card slot. There's no storage expansion. So that is kind of a negative right there. But the one that really bothers me probably is that wireless charging thing. That's kind of annoying. And those other two things are some things that you kind of would have to, again, as an as-need basis. In terms of performance, you should probably expect worse performance from the Pixel 3a. Obviously, it has a Snapdragon 670 chipset versus the Snapdragon 845 on the Google Pixel 3. It does have an octa-core CPU, so that's good. It also has 4 gigs of RAM, but you also only get the Adreno 615 GPU versus the Adreno 630 GPU from the Pixel 3. So, I mean, ultimately, we're going to have to get in hand to test it. Is the Pixel 3 still going to be a good performing phone? Yes, without a doubt. I still think it's going to be adequate. I'm sure it's going to be above average, but for 2019 standards, even in that like $399 price tag variant, you can get a lot of used phone for that price tag, like the Galaxy S9 you can get for less than $399. The Galaxy Note 8, which is a beast of a phone, you can get that for less than $399 on Amazon as well. So Even the Google Pixel 2 XL is less than $399, and I'll do a comparison between the 3A and the 2 very, very soon. But that's kind of, I don't know why they're taking that much of a step back in performance, but this is a quick comparison. I guess we're going to have to get it in-house to kind of test that further. I kind of already hit on the camera as well, but the back camera is 12.2 megapixels. It's the same megapixel count as the Google Pixel 3, but apparently from what I'm reading, it's not going to be as good of a camera. But like I said, the software for the most part is going to take care of the kind of the negative aspects of it, because most of the enhancements that the Google Pixel 3 and the 3 XL have come from the software. So that's definitely a good thing they can port that over to the 3A. And you only get USB Type-C 2.0 versus the 3.1 on the Google Pixel 3. You still have that fingerprint sensor on the back, so that's good. And really the only other thing is that you do kind of have a somewhat bigger sized battery on the Google Pixel 3. You have a 3000 mAh battery versus the 2915 mAh battery. So it's definitely a pro right there, but it's not like as great of an improvement as the other aspects of this phone. In my opinion, the biggest selling point of the Google Pixel 3A is the price. If you're only looking at brand new phones right now, you cannot get a used phone, then the Pixel 3A is not a bad choice. $399. There's not a lot of phones out there that are brand new that you can get for $399. So in my opinion, if you're looking for a brand new phone, this is a very solid device in my opinion. You can get it really anywhere you want to. However, if you're kind of in the middle, you don't know whether you want to get brand new or used or whatever, I would 100% recommend you to get a Google Pixel 3 on Amazon for around like whatever $100 more than this. You can get a Google Pixel 2 cheaper than the Google Pixel 3A on Amazon in the used market, but you can also get a Galaxy Note 8 for cheaper than the Google Pixel 3A in the used market as well. So I'd really recommend you guys to weigh your options. I'll leave links in the description for Google Pixel 3, Google Pixel 2, as well as a Galaxy Note 8. If you're interested in those, I'll leave them straight down there, and I'll find them for the cheapest prices so you guys can get them from there. And every single sale that goes through those links, a little bit of that revenue comes back to the channel, and we can do more videos like this, more comparisons, and more giveaways. So it'll mean so much if you guys could do that. But man, that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. It'll mean so much if you guys could check those out, but more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.